What is your American dream?
My American dream is we all get along and love each other.
My American dream is for my grandchildren to have all the opportunity that they should have, fulfill their own dreams, and be fully American citizens.
My American dream is peace, humanity, and justice for all.
My American dream is for people of all faiths, colors, religions to come together and to rebuild a system so that it works for everyone.
We'll all come together and become the democracy that we really are, and the strong, caring people that we are.
My American dream is no poverty, that young black men shouldn't get shot.
My American dream is that we can be a wonderful, colorful, diverse America, that we just all love each other and accept each other as we are.
My American dream is that every single American, every single person on earth is treated with the same respect and dignity afforded to everybody. Every single human on this planet should be treated with love and compassion.
We continue to aspire to what I think we can be as a country, which is what the Statue of Liberty says we are. It's just a welcoming country that's a democracy.
My American dream is a nation of immigrants that loves each other without any barriers of color, race, or class.
Everyone has a right to the American dream. Hello, how are you? How is everybody?
Hey, Brad is hilarious.
How is everybody? It's calm time. Do we have the picture of Yonathan? And who was it that you went and you did a meditation with?
Oh, yeah.
Cafe Espiritual.
Cafecito. Carlos and Jose.
Cafecito.
We need Carlos and Jose right now. I'm channeling them. I'm channeling them. Okay. The show today will all be about calmness.
Wow.
We will talk in a monotone voice. We will be very calm. I'm going to whisper.
Velma Gale saying, Brad, why are you whispering?
Like, Donald Trump. I-130 visa petition. Just everything's calm. It's a new Brad. A new Brad Bernstein. Prior, about 5 minutes ago, Brad was yelling and screaming like a lunatic for no reason. And then something hit me. I said, why am I yelling? It doesn't really help the matter. It doesn't help anybody. Kim's crying. Yonathan's cowering in the corner. Lenny quits. I swear to God, I got nobody here anymore. I said, I'm going to be doing the show by myself. So now,
this is very different. This is
very different.
So weird to see.
So weird. Right.
It's
so
eerie.
Now, I was watching Cafe Espiritual.
Okay.
And I think they're onto something. We're all going to be calm.
I'm just waiting for it.
I'm waiting.
Kim, what's going on? I can't take it anymore. I tried, damn it. I swear to God, I tried. I was really trying my goddamn hardest. I can't do it. I can't do it. I was burning up inside, Kim. Burning up inside. I couldn't do it.
Look at him. That's the Brad we know.
I can't do it.
That's the Brad we all know to love.
I can't do it.
You know what that was, Brad?
What?
That was that
It was torture.
I know.
That was
It was
like
torture.
a roller coaster.
Right up the roller
Yeah,
coaster.
right at the
exactly.
top, you're like,
I can't take it anymore.
It paused.
And then it went backwards. You're like, wait, it's not even going around the curve.
That's
All right, welcome everybody. It's Friday, and you know what happens on Friday? The end of the week. And you know what also happens on Friday? Everybody goes a little crazy here.
Yeah.
As opposed to the other days when we're kind of loony. Okay, and there's a difference between, and I'm telling you the truth, there's a big difference between crazy and loony.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Loony is, we're having fun, we're loons, whatever, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Crazy is, what the heck's going on with you people over there? I can't wait to get the hell out of this office, get out of this studio, and I'll see you Monday. That's the difference between crazy and loony, right?
Yes.
That is, that's a great description.
So everybody is a little crazy today.
Yeah.
Okay? It started
It's begun.
It begun like early in the morning for me.
Why?
Oh, what happened?
Well, I had a morning yesterday. What was your morning today?
Oh, I was just in physical therapy, and it was very early for my leg.
Ooh, that is early.
Very, very early.
That's early and crazy to start the morning.
It was
with.
crazy to start the morning. Nothing happened. I didn't get arrested like you.
Right. You didn't
okay?
jump any
I didn't jump any turnstiles like Kim. I didn't mouth off to the cops like Kim.
You weren't a gangster.
I was no
gangster.
gangster. I want you to know something. I put one picture up on Instagram that said I'm a gangster. All right, and everybody threw everybody for a loop. They're like, Brad, you're a lot of things, but you ain't no gangster.
There were a lot of captions.
Yes.
There were a lot of comments that were like,
Yes.
"Gangster?" Question mark exclamation point.
You ain't no gangster, Brad. You may be a good lawyer. You may be a good talker. But you ain't no gangster.
Ain't no gangster.
David Moreno told me today that jumping a turnstile is unstreet cred.
Is unstreet
yeah,
cred?
he's like, that makes you less gangster, not more.
Why?
I'm not sure, but he's like,
Gangsters
that's the
pay?
lamest crime of all time.
Oh, because he used to be a district attorney.
Right, exactly.
So he's the one who knows. David Moreno, he's one of our.
He knows a crime.
He's one of our criminal defense attorneys. And Kim was boasting everywhere that she's a gangster. She broke the rules, the laws.
That's right. I'm so cool, guys.
So, and David Moreno, our district attorney, came over
Pop
and
that
goes,
bubble.
you know what? That is not gangster at all.
No.
Pop that bubble.
That is not gangster. Why don't you just throw some bubble gum down on the street too? You know?
I'm a crazy litterer.
Yeah, crazy litterer, right?
Oh, don't mess with me, y'all.
So,
rain on your gangster parade.
So today,
What is that parade?
unlike other days,
Yeah.
I have no idea what's in here. But every day I don't know what's in there.
Right.
What's
new?
What's new? I have no idea what's in our cards here.
Believe it or not, neither do I.
You don't? Who did this?
Jelly Bean.
Jilly Bean did this
Jilly
today.
Bean.
Right. You know what's so funny? Because Carol Anderson, the Tiger, said, I don't really need to watch the news. It was one of the comments of the day yesterday. I remember this because I thought about this after.
Yeah.
And Carol Anderson, the Tiger, said, I don't have to watch the news. I get all my news from Bradshaw Live.
Right.
Which is pretty damn dope.
And I'm similar. Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't watch the news either. I get all my news just from reading the cards as we're going along here, right?
Like, oh man,
this stuff is happening
y'all
today.
know I don't be knowing what the heck is going on.
But it's not because I'm an uninformed person. It's because people don't realize this. Okay, I'm an attorney from like 9:30 to about 5:25. So let me give you an example.
Yes.
Okay, you know Jimmy Fallon, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
he does a show every night, Monday through Friday.
Right.
Yes.
He tapes it, but it's live tape. I guess what do they call it? Live to tape.
Live to tape.
Live to tape, and it goes on that evening.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right. And what is his show? An hour.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
An hour and a
So
half.
now it would be
An
like
hour and a half?
I don't know.
it would be like saying Jimmy Fallon, hey Jimmy,
Yeah.
why don't you do? It's an hour and a half the Tonight Show. I thought it's an hour.
Maybe it's an hour.
Yeah.
Maybe it's an hour.
Yeah. Why don't you
Let's say an hour.
double your show every day?
Right.
Okay. Let's cut your staff down by 90%.
Ooh.
And by the way, before you do your show, we want you to run NBC.
Ooh.
That's basically what I do,
basically what
right?
you do.
Yeah.
Right. So
That's
I don't know what I
That's
don't know
a
what's
great analogy.
is.
I don't know
That
what's
was
in the
good.
news here.
No.
I don't know what's in the news here.
Jimmy Fallon would have
Jimmy
all day
Fallon
to
would
just
have all
chill in
day
his
to
dressing
chill.
room.
Look
That's all you
at
gotta
look at his jokes all day long.
Right.
All right, we're coming up with jokes off the top of our heads.
Yes.
All right, we
This
got
is
no
true.
comedy writers here.
And you can't even tell.
Right.
And one day somebody's gonna laugh at them, right?
That's not us.
That's not us.
Right.
Right. So we're a little crazy today,
We're a
and
little
that's
crazy.
why we're a little late.
That's all good.
It's all good though, right?
Yeah.
All good, right?
A
Yeah.
little crazy is always okay.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I always like a little crazy.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm sure you do.
I'm sure you do, and I'll tell you why, because it adds a little spice.
There you go.
Because if you don't have that now a lot crazy,
No,
you don't want a lot crazy.
You want a glimmer of crazy
You
in
want
the
a
eye. You don't want full crazy face.
Correct. Right. You can't go full crazy
That's good.
because then you're like, this person's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Okay. But you need like a little bit just for a little spice.
Yeah, to keep
Keep it going, right?
Like,
You're
yeah.
crazy, right, Yo-Yo?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Also.
Belgium Kim, you're
You
crazy,
can tell
right?
you're
Not at all.
crazy.
You're craziest.
Yeah,
you're craziest
right.
chick that
Look
comes.
at it. Look at it.
You're
That's one there is.
craziest one from Belgium.
I don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
right.
There's a halo right here.
What
On
city
fire.
in Belgium? What city in Belgium are you from? Antwerp?
So I am from Wallin, which is about 20, 30 minutes
Wallin?
south of Brussels.
Brussels.
Yeah, so Brussels is the closest.
Brussels. What about Antwerp?
Antwerp is on the Flemish side. I'm like 60 minutes away from that.
You're 60 minutes.
About.
So if you were from Antwerp, we could have called you like Antwerp Annie or something?
Yeah, except my name's not Annie.
Right.
So we would have to change both. We would have to change both my birthplace and my name,
Yes,
Brad.
yes.
That's a different human.
Oh, no. Let me explain something to you. On this show, you are a different human.
That's true.
Okay? Nowhere else in the world does anyone walk around and like, can we see some ID? Okay, come this way, Belgium Kim.
Perfect, Belgium
right?
Kim. Thank
Yes.
you.
True.
Yes,
Actually,
right?
I do have to get my ID renewed. Do you think I could just get my name changed?
To Belgium Kim?
Be legally Belgium Kim?
That would
No
be,
last
I want
name.
you to know something. If
Yeah.
you do that,
Yeah.
and I am saying this right now,
So there's
okay?
receipts.
Yeah, if you legally change your name,
Yeah.
okay, I mean, it has to be a legal, and I'll do it for you because I can do that. I'll do it for free.
That's
Okay?
Wow.
If you legally change your name to Belgium Kim,
Yeah.
meaning Belgium is your first name,
Kim is my
Kim is your last
name.
name. Okay. Now they may think that you're related to Kim Jong Un in North Korea. No, Kim Jong Un is the.
That's his first
That's
name.
his first name.
Right. Thank God.
Okay, is the last name, I guess.
Right.
So, but if you legally change your name,
Yeah.
okay, from
Yeah.
Kim Moore,
Yeah.
is it Kimberly Moore?
It's Kimberly Francis Ann Moore.
Okay, Kimberly Francis Ann Moore is gone.
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 She's no more.
There is an Ann there.
is.
You are. You could have been Annie, Antwerp Annie.
Thank you, Joe.
You could have been Annie. We didn't even think about it. You could have been Antwerp Annie.
That's true.
That's such a great
Antwerp
name.
Annie.
I just
that
needed
would
to-
be your name.
Yes.
But no, wait. What
If she was from Antwerp.
I
Right.
want to go back to what do I get if I legally
Right.
change my
Oh,
name
yeah,
to
I actually
Belgium
wanna
Kim?
know.
Because this isn't ruled out depending
What
on the
what
next
we
day.
will do is this.
Yeah. Don't you dare for 3,000 shares.
No, I swear to God, if we get
Yeah.
to 700 shares today, we are going to today, not tomorrow, not Monday, not Tuesday. We're gonna pull out of the bid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
4 people's names.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And we are going to ask each of them what Kim would get if she legally changes her name from Kimberly Ann Moore to Belgium Kim. It has to be a legal name change.
Right.
Okay?
This is
And it
crazy.
can't cost, it has to be an experience. It can't be a money. It can't be just like, oh, give her $1 million. Okay? It
But I
has
would
to
do
be.
it for $1 million.
Right. It has
You
to
would?
be, we're going to ask for an experience. Maybe it's a trip around the world. I don't know.
Whoa.
Maybe, but it has to be an experience.
Can
Okay.
I change my name?
No, you
All right?
cannot.
But it
You
has
have
to
a
legal.
stupid
But
name.
you have to legally do it.
Listen, if you
I
want
would
to give
love
me
that. It would be great if she now she changes her
Would
name.
you change your name for a trip
for
around
a
the
trip
world?
around the world?
where do I sign?
Really?
Absolutely.
You
would do it?
I don't
Your
care.
first name will be Belgium?
Right.
And you would always just go by Belgium
and
Kim.
you would need to put Belgium Kim like a ring around your neck, tattooed like
Okay.
that.
Well, a tattoo.
A tattoo,
Whoa,
Belgium
whoa.
Kim,
Because
no?
now you just went unreversible.
Well, because you can't reverse the name change once it's
you
done.
can't?
You're not gonna go back and a
What?
week later. No, you got to keep it for life.
Or until the last episode of Bradshaw Live.
Correct.
Right.
Until our
All right,
series
so ladies
finale.
and gentlemen, that's the game today. All right,
hilarious.
this is the game. Are you ready? 750 shares on Facebook. We will today. We're not going to do it on Monday. We're going to do it today. We're going to pick out of our bin. Can you go get the bin while I'm?
I absolutely will
yeah,
go get the bin.
Yes.
I'm gonna walk in front of that camera.
Kimberly
and go
Moore,
get
go get the bin.
Well, whoa.
Because that's your name right now.
Whoa.
Until we get
Francis.
Kimberly Ann Francis Moore, go get the bin.
Oh, I got you.
All right, Kimberly Ann. The bin is coming in.
Oh, the bin. I don't
Thank
even
you,
need
Jilly
to go
Bean.
anywhere.
Thank you very much. You don't need to go anywhere. Sit down. Sit down, my dear.
What are you doing?
We're gonna
Right.
leave this. Okay, we got the bin with everybody's names
Look,
in here.
names are falling out and
The names are
everything.
falling out. We'll put them back in. Don't
We'll
worry.
put 'em back in.
Okay. 4 people are gonna get to pick what Belgium Kim gets if she legally changes her name. But you don't get it till the actual legal work is done.
Right, yeah.
But
And
we're only going to do
unfortunately,
it
you're an
750
attorney, so-
shares. If we don't hit 750 shares, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do.
That's fair.
All right.
But how
So-
long is my trip around the world? I mean, you can tell me if they don't
And is
like.
it paid?
It's obviously paid.
No, it's unpaid leave, but
Look at your face.
Wait,
it's unpaid leave, but you're getting a free trip around
He
the world.
just told me I'm allowed to take a sabbatical if I change my name. That's a shitty prize, Brad.
well, I'm going to tell you. I'm not saying.
But that's up to
that's up to them. That's up to them. I'm telling you what I would do.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Come on, fam.
All right. I'm telling you what I would do.
Give me that big stuff.
Oh my gosh, my little
What?
piece fell off.
It's not good to look down and talk about my little.
My little piece.
And then
This
piece
is, by
fell
the
off.
way, this is not Hump Day Wednesday.
Right.
I'm looking down, going, my little
looking-
piece
right.
fell off.
We got bigger problems than my name change.
All right, we
Brad.
gotta say hello. We gotta say hello to the squad. Jealous Shauna, what's up? Carol Anderson, the Tiger. Sankey White, Christy Consali, Deion Watson popping in. Happy Friday, Carol Anderson, the Tiger, and Marsha Whitaker, and who else? Who else do we have here? Yonathan Elias. We know that guy.
Hey, that's me.
Allie Boo Harris Morgan, we definitely know. Lisa Bling Rose saying hello. Malia Loban Martin saying hello. Groundhog Sam.
Where was he earlier?
I don't know. I haven't seen Groundhog all day.
Playing.
Rita Ritt. Groundhog Sam.
Everybody was like, "Where's Groundhog Sam?"
There was no Groundhog Sam today.
Right. He's slipping on his.
That's
pimpin'.
true.
No. Groundhog Sam just whispered in my ear.
What'd he say?
He said he'll
he
go
said-
do the intro now. I go, you can't go do the intro now. Because, you can't go do the intro
What
now.
was he doing?
That's such a Sam thing to say.
Because we're past the intro part.
Right.
Well, are we?
Wait, and now Sam is saying, well, we've done it before.
That's
and
true.
Sam is saying he's going to do it live. He doesn't want to do it taped to live.
Where's
He
he at?
wants
He
to
needs to
come in
come here.
live and do it. You can't come in live. You're a puppet, damn it. All right. David Gabriel,
Done it
how you
before.
doing? Velma Gale. Why is Velma Gale is in capital? And I just went flying by her capital question. All questions in capital. Where did it go? CC Mitchell? There's so many I don't see. What was Velma Gale asking in capitals? If somebody writes to me in capitals.
Wait, Camille Cope just threw it down.
What?
She said, I dare you guys. If you crazy, let me see who will be the first to jump up on that desk and dance Gam Gam style dance. Now, I'd have to YouTube what Gam Gam style dance is.
What the heck is that?
I don't know, y'all.
That's not Gangnam Style?
Maybe it's Gangnam style.
I forgot how the dance went.
Whoa.
Oh,
Whoa.
that,
Whoa,
yeah, I remember that. Okay,
Brad.
now I remember that.
Yeah.
All right. People are now daring us.
It's not. We're not even playing Truth or Dare.
We're
Remember
not
when
even
we
playing
played
Truth or Dare
with the people?
Yeah. Oh, Velma Gale wanted to know, Brad, why you whispering?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was a while
That was
back.
a while back.
All right. Lisa Bling Rose, I said hello to Rita Ritt popping in there. And anybody else asking for ridiculous things for us to do right now? Dawn Harriet, Yvonne Steele, Iffy Iwana saying hello. And CC Mitchell. Jardine Duverzeau.
Coming in hot.
Did I pronounce his name right?
Push that.
Push what?
Push that to that side.
That's true. It's blocking your whole
Blocking
face.
your beautiful face.
Thank you very much. Jardine.
Jardine
Jardine
Duverzeau.
Duverzeau.
Duverzeau, Brad.
Duverzeau.
That's right.
Duverzeau. Everybody say hello to Jardine Duverzeau.
Jardine Duverzeau.
You sound like the Pink Panther
Jardine
detective.
Duverzeau. I will find the diamond. That diamond will come back to Paris. He wants to know how long for a fiance visa. Let me answer it because we're joking. We're only joking around with him, so I'm going to answer him right now. For your fiance visa, it's going to take about 9-10 months, Jardine. Okay.
Ooh, people are talking about Grand Hustle.
What are they saying?
Did you guys
I
watch it?
did not watch last night. So
It was-
don't wait. Do not give it away because I haven't seen it.
Okay.
I watch it over the weekend.
You have to.
So
This
I have
is
not.
probably-
I didn't even ask you what happened last night. God damn
know.
it! I usually ask ahead of time.
This was-
Are you still on the show?
Do you want me to tell you?
No, because if you're off, I'm gonna celebrate.
Look at that.
I'm so mean. I'm so mean. But the reason why.
This was the best episode.
But I want you
I'm
to
gonna say that.
But everyone. I don't want anyone to think. I don't want anyone to think I don't want anyone to think I'm being mean to Yonathan.
No,
I'm actually saying I hope he's off the show out of love, because then he won't be, leaving us every other day to go film Grand Hustle. He'll be here. I'm doing it out of selfishness for the squad. I said, please get voted off.
This definitely was the best episode. I could say that.
Really, I do.
Because I was point. I was the leader for this one. We had to make a movie and pitch it to T.I.
Ooh.
And work with a graphic designer.
Why didn't you just take the Brad show sizzle and pitch it to T.I.? Why didn't you do that?
Right.
You could have just come over to Joe and say, hey, can we have the Brad show sizzle?
It had to be an action movie.
Oh, I wouldn't. We have me twerking. Okay, that's action.
Action enough.
Yeah.
Hump day, that's action
All right,
all day.
that would have been right off the show in 2 minutes.
That's probably why you would want. Look, you get Brad on T.I.'s show, and I get kicked off.
That's
It's a win-win for you.
That is, yeah. Aren't we so happy to have such a supportive guy like Brad?
Right.
All right, so we said hello to everybody, right?
Yes.
Yes?
so.
Oh, no, we didn't say hello to the people on YouTube, though. Princess Black. You didn't say, I didn't say hello.
I see.
Batter Will, Loris Burke, Cordella Douglas, Ruthie Cutie saying hello, Alicia Allen, Terry Ann Carby, Kool-Aid, Loris Burke, Barbara Lord, Lynn Brown, and Man City, the noisy neighbor. One of the best names ever.
Yes.
Barbara Lord, Jalav, Alicia Allen, Monique Davey. Who else? Fox Racing popping in there. Clyde Bernard. And Clyde Bernard asking a question of Yo-Yo. Says, Yo-Yo, what's the Grand Hustle this week?
So that was the Grand Hustle was we had to come up with a concept for a movie. We had to come up with the budget, work with an actor, shoot it, and actually pitch it to T.I. So we had to work with a graphic designer for the poster and for the storyboard, and it was amazing. My pitch was an action movie. It was a black female action hero.
Ooh, I like
because
that.
Black women are underrepresented in action movies. So
what was the romantic interest the Black Panther? Or
it wasn't a romance movie. The other team had to do a rom-com.
No. But you could have made the action hero have a romantic.
True.
It had to be
like
how all the superhero movies, like they bring in the superheroes from the prior movies, like all of a sudden, like
she just wanted to kick
Iron
some
Man
ass.
shows up in like some other movie, like why is Iron Man here?
Right. She had no time for.
She had no time for no Black Panther.
Yeah, she had no time for no man.
Yeah.
She just wanted to kick butt.
Really?
So basically, her family, her parents were killed when she was a kid.
What was her superpower?
It wasn't superpower. She was just like
she was just
she's like an
kick-ass.
Angela Davis, Foxy Brown type of.
She's just a kick-ass.
She's a kick-ass.
So but you didn't come up with some retarded thing that I
No,
shouldn't use
because-
that word.
yeah,
but you should. That's a bad word. But you didn't come up with some convoluted. You shouldn't come up with some convoluted story on how all of a sudden like she got stuck with some like serum and now got these superpowers.
No. It's not. It's more realistic. So like she was in the back seat of a car when she was about 5 or 6, and her parents got killed by police brutality. So then years later, she gets taken in by an older figure who's like the Foxy Brown. Angela Davis,
and they teach her how to.
So then
teach
she
her
has.
how to.
So she has like a list of like
people she has to go after.
Politicians and like people that like deal with racist things. Trump. And like she has a blacklist that she goes one by one and
I like that.
kicks their ass.
Yes.
I like that.
Can this movie get made?
That's what I'm saying. In an afro and some leather pants.
Yes.
I like that.
Oh.
It's sexy. It's real dope.
Now, in a perfect world, who's your superhero? Who plays your superhero?
So I wanted either like Tessa Thompson to play the younger one, and either actually Foxy Brown or Viola Davis for the one that trains her.
And then who is the superhero?
This is Tessa Thompson. Just
No, that was the younger version.
That's
her when she grows up. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this Hey, T.I. liked it.
T.I. liked
loved
it.
the idea.
It's a great idea.
It's a great idea.
Can you imagine now? What happens? Can T.I. steal this idea and
He can.
and make this movie?
can.
And you're like, damn.
Yeah.
That's my idea.
That's a damn.
That's a damn.
When they sign that little thing, it says
You
all
signed
of
your
your
life
ideas
away.
are not your own.
Yes.
Bye.
Yes.
Right. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, you should have taken the Brad show sizzle. I
Yeah.
think that
Yeah.
sounds just as good. That sounds
Like I
just as
said,
good.
I would have got kicked the hell off.
Right. All right. Here, I got a great idea. We got a white Jewish lawyer. And
They're gonna
what?
look
You're like,
at me
what?
like,
What? What?
But
So,
he's got superpowers
yes,
too. Have you ever
that's
seen
right.
the man
Look
answer
at that.
immigration
It's all in the
questions?
brain.
Yeah.
It's all in the brain.
All right. So meanwhile, we got to talk a little schmooze here because we're all interested in what's going on in the news today, including myself.
Yes.
So Hurricane Florence submerged all of the Carolinas. It hit landfall Friday morning in North Carolina. 620,000 people are without power in North and South Carolina. 26,000 people forced from their homes. 200 emergency shelters. And we talked about yesterday, I said that they're not going to go into the government-run emergency shelters to look for people's documents. I don't know. They did it in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
They did it in New Orleans.
Yep.
I would go to a Red Cross. Well, it's too late now. I hope people are there.
Yeah.
More than 60 people evacuated a hotel in Jacksonville, North Carolina, after part of the roof collapsed. 4,000 National Guardmen are on patrol right now. 40,000 electric workers from all over the country have gone down to North and South Carolina to help restore electricity. 1,100 flights have been canceled
Jeez.
along the East Coast.
Damn.
While all of that is happening, Yonathan, Paul Manafort and Marge Higgs announced it yesterday while we were on our show. She was the first one to break the news.
Wow.
Marge Higgs, our correspondent, she, pled guilty, made a deal with our buddy Mueller,
Yeah.
and pled guilty to the second trial. And also pled guilty to all the counts that had a mistrial in the Virginia one. He was going for a second trial in Washington, D.C. Prosecutor Andrew Weissman, who is Mueller's number 2, called Manafort's plea deal a cooperation agreement at 11 a.m., which means that he's spilling the beans.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, the beans are spilled.
Yeah.
And now, that is different, by the way. There is no cooperation agreement with Michael Cohen.
Right.
We don't know what Michael Cohen has said or not said, but there is no cooperation agreement with Michael Cohen.
The
He
plea
just pled
was
guilty.
just with the,
Right. But Manafort has a cooperation agreement, which means that he has to cooperate. He has to cooperate fully. If he's caught lying even in the slightest bit, they pull the whole cooperation agreement back, and he's in jail for life. So you know he's spilling the beans
Yeah,
right now.
absolutely.
As we're speaking,
Wow.
the beans are being spilled.
Right.
Yep.
Wow.
All right?
Absolutely.
So a charging document filed Friday in the District of Columbia accused Manafort, who's 69 years old, of participating in a conspiracy against the United States involving money laundering, tax fraud, failing to file a foreign bank account report, violating the Foreign Agents Registration Act, and lying and misrepresenting facts to the Department of Justice. Sarah Sanders, Donald Trump's press secretary, and Rudolph Giuliani both said this has nothing to do with Trump. It's worth appreciating, however, that what we know is that Manafort was committing a variety of felonies when Trump hired him to lead his entire political organization. So much for draining the swamp. He like brought the swamp into his into his campaign.
How is that not related to Trump if he's cooperating with the investigator?
Well, that's
Trump?
the big question hanging over this whole entire thing right now. We don't know, for example. You took the words right out of this card here. Okay, we don't know, for example, what kind of information Manafort has to share and what it may or may not have to do with Donald Trump. We do know that where there is smoke, there is fire.
Exactly.
Okay. Paul Manafort, the campaign chairman for Donald Trump, guilty.
Yeah.
Michael Cohen, the attorney for Donald Trump, guilty. The personal attorney.
Yep.
Michael Flynn, the first What was his role in the government? He was the
Who?
Michael Flynn.
He was the
general, but he was in charge of all foreign relations, foreign affairs.
Yeah. What was his title?
I forgot what his title was. Guilty.
Right.
National Security Advisor.
yeah.
I don't know why I went blank on that. So, so now former campaign chairman Paul Mueller is now also cooperating. And Yo-Yo, if you were wondering, today's developments do not help Donald Trump's narrative that this is a witch hunt.
Oh, obviously.
Okay, all the witches are being caught.
Right.
That's
Hey,
basically
dropping,
what is
literally,
happening.
like
They are
flies,
catching every.
one by
They
one.
are catching every little witch.
This is crazy. This is literally like I'm watching a show on Netflix.
And by the way, now you see some of the Republicans are not following lockstep with Donald Trump. For example, when he said, 3,000 people didn't die in Puerto Rico.
6.
It was only 6. And then there was a bunch of grandparents who died after of like old age.
Yeah.
Okay, that's basically what he said.
Yeah.
Okay, all of the Republicans in Florida, the governor of Florida, who's a Republican, the Senator Marco Rubio of Florida, who is a Republican, said that's not true.
Thank God.
Trump's support nationally, when you average all of the different major polls right now, is at 36%.
Oh.
So only 36% of the country support Donald Trump. Only 1 out of 3 people at this moment.
Wow.
Okay?
Which is still flabbergasting to
right.
me.
This is true.
So we're having, the Democrats just have to do one thing. Shut up.
Hold. Just
Okay?
hold.
If they don't say anything, just shut up. They're going to win.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
They're going to win. Don't talk about impeachment.
Right.
No.
Don't talk about he's a crook.
No.
Don't talk about anything.
Why is that?
Because then all of a sudden that would engage Trump supporters to come out and vote. We don't want him to be impeached. What you don't want to do is what Trump likes to do is engage the rhetoric, get the heat going sort of in the fire, which engages his supporters to come out and vote.
Yeah.
Right now, his supporters are not engaged to come out to vote.
Right.
Only 36% of the population support Donald Trump. And therefore, if he has a low turnout of Donald Trump supporters, who are going to be voting for other Republicans, congressmen, senators, it bodes well for Democrats. What you don't want to do is rile them up to get them to the voting
Right.
booth.
That is true. I guess you.
So just shut up,
Yeah.
Democrats.
And then everybody go vote, vote, vote.
Yes.
That part.
Shut up and
Right.
vote. Go register if you're not registered yet. Vote. November 6th. Vote.
So meanwhile, I see here that the beloved Volkswagen Beetle is done.
What?
Yep.
What do you mean?
That little German car that was started in a Nazi
Slug bug.
factory. The love bug.
Slug bug yellow.
Yeah.
Slug bug red.
Countless hippies. Brought
Yeah.
countless hippies to concerts.
Well, yeah.
Love fests in the back seat.
Did you ever have one?
I never had a love fest in the back seat of a Beetle.
But did you have a
Of a Beetle.
No,
Did
never.
you want one?
No,
No.
no.
It's
no.
kind of is it a girl?
Quite frankly,
I know more guys
quite
with
frankly now, I have to be honest with you, and I'm gonna share something very personal.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had a love fest in the backseat of any car.
What?
What?
Yeah. I mean, there's been kissing, but I mean, I'm talking about like a
fest.
like a fest.
I've got caught by.
You had a love fest in the
3
back of a
times.
car?
Oh, me just once.
You had the love.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right. Is it any car you own now? Because I don't want to
No.
step into it. Jonathan's like,
This
yes,
is
it was
back
in the
in
car right now.
California.
You're like, yeah, I'll drive you home tonight. I'm like, I don't know if I want to sit back here.
It's okay as long as the towel's on the seat.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to sit back there now.
Oh, front seat is
yes.
Kristen too.
So,
Brad, bad. That's a bucket list item you gotta fulfill though.
Yeah, you have to.
Yes.
That's a bucket list
Well,
thing.
now, I mean, like.
But that's a tiny little car.
See, back in the day, at least for.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not. Yeah, I need like a big SUV now. I'm not that limber anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you gotta be very limber to be in the back of the, the love bug.
Yeah.
You know,
It's kind of fun.
Agile.
It's like,
yeah, you gotta be agile. You know, like I don't know if I can get my
Like a
leg
little
over my.
puzzle.
Where are you putting your leg?
I don't know because it's very narrow. You know.
See, the reason why there was a couple times. Well, I've done that a lot of times, but like when I was younger.
A lot of times?
Yeah, because like when you're
yeah,
younger
that's
and you're
funny.
living with your parents,
Yeah.
you can't have them come in. So
Yeah.
like you just do it at the car
Oh.
outside.
Why your parents would knock on the door? Yonathan, what are you doing in there?
Yeah.
Yes.
The soccer
They would.
complex parking lot.
They would yell at you. What are you doing in there?
No, because I would never have anyone
You
in
would
my
drive
room.
away.
Never anyone in your room.
No, unless
Yeah.
they were at work.
7 decades
Mama,
this Beetle.
oh, please don't watch. I'm just playing.
7 decades this Beetle. This love bug they
This is
called
crazy.
it. 7 decades
Well,
and now
history.
and it is over.
So why?
Why? Because obviously nobody's buying them anymore.
No.
You remember that? It was like a craze. Just like, what, 10 years
Yeah.
ago, they started making like the newer ones, the newer models.
Because the new version of Herbie Fully Loaded came out too, and then that was a thing.
But the new slug bugs, that wasn't Herbie.
Oh,
Herbie
no,
still
that's
looked
Herbie.
like that.
Yeah.
But like, remember the newer ones? It was like super round, more round.
There was a girl at my school that had a lime green one. I was very jealous.
Yeah, that was more of the girl one.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel
yeah,
like. But
yeah.
this one, I know a lot of guys that had it. My uncle had it. One of my good friends, he had like a turquoise one. It was real dope.
Wait, Carol Anderson the Tiger has a follow-up for you. Brad, never in the pool either? Listen, she asked. I'm just the messenger.
Pool car. I mean, what does everybody have? I shared one little thing, all right? The back of a Beetle car. I never did it, okay? We don't need to know every place I've ever done it in my entire life. The pool has nothing to do with the Beetle.
No, I
It's a
think
different type of show.
It's a different show. Come on.
Berg Madeira says, Brad, you're missing out.
I agree.
Get you an Escalade and get it done.
Meanwhile, I bet you Nicole, all our Nicoles.
Yeah, the Nicoles. We have
How many
Nicoles.
Nicoles we got in our Brad squad?
like 2.
2?
We have Nicole Kramer.
Right.
We have
Nichols.
Natalie Nichols.
Natalie Nichols. But I always think it's Nicole. Because it's Nichols at the end.
We used to have a Nicole who would troll us a lot, like in a good
Yeah.
way. You remember that? But she's not here anymore.
So anyway, a bunch of women by the name of Nicole
Yeah.
up in Canada got a are now friends with this guy, Carlos Zatina. In fact, 246 Nicoles are friends with Carlos Zatina in Calgary, Canada. Apparently, Carlos met a Nicole at a bar in Calgary, Canada.
Okay.
Lost her number.
Aww.
And couldn't find it. He was drunk, I guess, or whatever. Lost her number, couldn't find it, just knew he met a Nicole.
Right.
So he went on a craze finding emails for every Nicole who lives in Calgary. And as a matter of fact, he sent 246 emails to different Nicoles in Calgary. And the email said, "Hi, this is a mass email to all Nicoles. If you don't fit this description, then ignore. And if you are the one and just don't want to talk to me, that's okay as well. If your name is Nicole and you're from Holland and you think Nietzsche is depressing, please text me." That doesn't sound like an interesting Nicole.
No.
What? They talked Nietzsche at a bar?
That doesn't sound very interesting.
Are you kidding?
Well, but I mean,
Dutch women
maybe
are
he's
gorgeous.
not interesting. There's always somebody
Maybe
for another
Carlos
person.
isn't
Right.
interesting.
There's always someone for another person.
And he wasn't just done with Nicole's. He also emailed Nicolettes, Nickies, little Nickies.
Oh, we have a little
We
Nicky.
have a little Nikki here. We have a
little
Nicole.
Nicky.
It's a little
And
Nicky.
pretty much any variation of Nicole, including Nichols. Anybody who is named Nichols.
Natalie, send us that email.
Yes.
Wow.
And then soon, all of a sudden, all these Nicoles and Nichols and little Nickies started replying. And then jokes were being tossed around. Should we all say we're the real Nicole? Will the real Nicole please stand up?
Like Eminem.
Yeah. Quickly, the Nicoles decided to get together, and a bunch of them met at the bar,
Oh
and,
my
they are
gosh.
now a Facebook group.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
all the Nicoles who are the wrong. It's the wrong Nicole group.
Oh.
So
some dude eating.
Yes,
That
and
is crazy.
Is that crazy?
I think that's awesome, though.
So some of the Nicoles were concerned that the real Nicole gave him the wrong number. And he really didn't lose the number, but he got the wrong number.
And she did it on purpose.
And she did it on purpose.
Watch
and
her
he's
name
saying,
ain't even really
and
Nicole.
he's saying, right? And it was Belgium Kim.
It was you. I knew it.
It was Belgium Kim.
Yeah, who talks about Nietzsche at a bar? That guy was boring.
So
did he find
nobody has found the real Nicole yet, unfortunately. But now I'm supposed to look at the last bullet.
Yeah.
And let's see how this story ended.
Okay.
Hopefully a happy
It says,
ending.
"Hi, fellow Nicoles. Oh, we did find the real Nicole.
Oh.
I'm the exchange student from Holland who got brought home by Carlos last night and thinks that Nietzsche is quite depressing. Don't have an University of Calgary email, so I didn't get the beautiful email myself, but the powerful network of Nicoles helped me get in touch. Would love to meet you all in the future, but did not want to meet Carlos."
Oh.
Poor Carlos. But let me explain something to you, Carlos. Anybody who's reading Nietzsche,
Yeah.
you can do better. Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, you want to read Nietzsche, okay? And because, you're into philosophy, that's fine.
Right.
Okay? And that's what you're studying. That's fine.
That's fine.
I have no problem with Nietzsche per se.
Right.
Okay?
It
But
is
to
kind of a
have
genre, but
a several-hour conversation about Nietzsche at a bar, drunk, that's a little much, Carlos. You can do better. Surely I can introduce you to many people in the Brad Squad who would have a much better conversation with you than Nicole discussing Nietzsche, right?
Right.
Can you imagine? How do you think the Brad Squad would be more interesting than Nicole speaking Nietzsche? Yo-yo.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Literally every member.
Just every member.
Ron J. Roberts would be a
Right.
better date for Carlos.
You have a very eclectic group.
Yeah, I mean, Cordella, Sophia, Dawn Harriet, Marge Higgs,
Groundhog Sam.
Groundhog Sam.
Very eligible.
Right, everybody.
And
Dawn
looking.
Harriet. I mean, I can think of a lot of people who would be a much more. So anybody who wants to get in touch with Carlos.
Oh, yeah, hook him up, man.
Let's hook up Carlos,
I wanna
man.
Hook up Carlos. I want to hook up Carlos.
That's what we should do. We should start up a group, a counter group to the Nicole group.
Yeah.
We want
Anti-Nicole.
we want to hook up Carlos group.
Yes.
Hook up Carlos.
Poor
group.
guy.
That's
Yeah.
a great idea.
Poor guy. All right. By the way, it's 6:30 and we gotta answer immigration questions.
Let's
probably
actually
do
do the
that.
show that we're
Right.
here for.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Let's get this on the road.
All right, but before we answer any immigration questions, Groundhog Sam says there's only 57 shares, so it does not look like Belgium Kim will be legally changing her name to
No,
Belgium
that's the
Kim.
worst part about it is that you're the one going to be picking what it would take for me to change my name, and you're right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I will pick it myself. Nobody's sharing.
An unpaid leave is
Right.
not going to be something.
You will have unpaid leave, trip
Gonna
around
be-
the world,
You're gonna be
and
broke
I
overseas.
will send you the bill for it.
the trip.
You can
Right.
pay your own way, but I will hold your job open I will hold your job open while you travel around the world as Belgium Kim.
You might
That's
as well
really sweet of
take
you,
that
Brad.
little drone away.
Sounds
drum.
I was going to say, it sounds like Kimberly Moore is going to stay Kimberly Moore for
Okay.
another day.
Now, I am told that Groundhog Sam has returned to the building.
Get out of
And
here.
now-
He does not have something.
Yes, because I called Groundhog Sam out, and
I wanna see
and
what
Groundhog Sam felt very, very bad
Right.
that he was not here to start the show, and now he has taped something. Apparently,
Okay.
I don't know what Groundhog Sam has done. Should we watch or should we punish him and not?
No.
That would
Let's
be
see.
Who wants to see Groundhog? All right, let's ask the squad. Groundhog Sam, yes. Groundhog Sam, no.
They were all looking for him.
They're all
early.
looking
Yeah,
for him?
they are.
They're all looking for him?
Earlier, they were like, "Where's Groundhog
yeah.
Sam?" They wasn't
Let's
playing.
see. Let's see if anybody wants to see Groundhog Sam.
Glamma is a player, apparently.
Why?
I'm not 100% sure.
Why is she a player?
I'm assuming that she's
You're
learned
a
to talk to
gangster. She's a
Carlos.
player.
Where-
But you and you and Glambar could have like some evening together.
Yeah, we're going to have something together.
That's right.
Oh my God. Yeah, I think they want Sam.
No, nobody said a word about Sam.
No. Wait, what
No.
about on the YouTubes?
Nope.
We gotta show Sam.
I think we should show Sam.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh, Kool-Aid said yes. Jellybean Shauna said yes.
I don't see any of that.
I see it.
Oh, I see.
it. Camille
Sam,
Coe
yes.
said yes.
All right, Groundhog Sam, let's see what you got.
Groundhog Sam. Oh, wow. Oh, that is stunning. Ah, that is just what a fashion sense. That's incredible. Oh, New York Fashion Week. If only I could be a fashion designer. I bet I could make great groundhog fashion. Oh, I'm feeling a little sleepy. I'm gonna take a little nap.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Groundhog Sam's Couture Collection for 2018. First,
Groundhog Zebra Couture! Oh, hello! I have a train. Groundhog Zebra Couture.
number 2,
Groundhog in Red Couture! Thank you. I know I love feathers too. I know red is my color. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I love you all. Thank you. I know I look very hot. From the Groundhog Blue Lagoon collection. I know, blue is also my color. I really don't think there's a color that doesn't look good on me, I must say. This Groundhog Sam, he's such a visionary.
number 4.
Groundhog Kentucky Derby collection. When you're ready to go to the races and you need to look chic, this is the outfit for you. As they cheer on the horses and drink mid-juleps at the Kentucky Derby. Like my flower? Lovely. Groundhog Leopard Feather Collection. Oh yes, all you groundhogs, when you want a night out, you want to look chic, this is the cape for you. It has florals, it has leopard print, and it has this fabulous jeweled feather collar. No one's gonna miss you. Thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, it was nothing. Oh, thank you. Oh, hello everybody. I just had the most amazing dream. Oh well, back to reality. Did you miss yesterday's episode of Brad's Show Live? Well, in case you did, Sarah Cunningham came on our show and spoke to Brad about what it was like for her to be a Christian mother coming to terms with her son being gay. She discussed her personal journey and discovering how wonderful the LGBTQ community is and how much she had to learn. And now she and her son are very close. She wrote a book called How We Sleep at Night, a mother's memoir about her journey, and created an organization called Free Mom Hugs, where she and other volunteers, thousands and thousands across the U.S. and internationally, are there for LGBTQ people whose own families have rejected them because of who they are. It's a very sad story in some ways, but also very uplifting that people like Sarah are out there sharing her story and showing support to people who need it. What's on today's show? Well, you'll just have to watch and see. Enjoy! All right, I'm gonna get up now. No more dreams of fashion designing for now, but maybe someday a groundhog can always dream.
All right, that one took me for I said we were crazy, right? I said we were not loony today. We are absolutely crazy.
Wow.
So
That was
basically, Sam fell asleep, which is why he was not around. And while he was sleeping,
Fashion Week took
over.
Yep.
But Keisha's right. Groundhog Sam, please be careful of Cardi B's shoes.
That's
heading
right.
Nicki Minaj's
Yeah, and make
way.
sure you don't get a clump of hair taken out of your head,
Right.
Sam,
Oh,
right?
yeah, big old bump on your forehead. Nobody wants that for the little groundhog.
All right, so why don't we tell everybody how to share quickly Yonathan and Belgium Kim, and then let's get into our answering questions if you got some questions, and then we'll answer them and give you an answer. Why don't you tell them first?
All of that.
All of that.
So you guys, all you have to do in order to share is click that little arrow that's pointing to the right. It's either on the bottom of the screen or on the top, and share it to different people's pages, different groups. Also send it as an email or an inbox, and then you could also copy the link and you can send it as a text message or send it in an inbox and tell them to share as well. And what do they get? There's a prize.
The prize is they get to pick when Kim gets as a prize if
Right.
she legally changes her name
Exactly.
to Belgium Kim.
Your prize is you get to pick my prize.
Correct.
Right.
That's a prize in and of itself.
Oh my God, what a treat, y'all. What a treat.
She wants to actually get paid for her trip.
I would like to go around the world for free while still making money.
Woo!
I don't even have to make money if I can go around the world for free.
That's not a prize. That's a dream.
A Groundhog Sam level fashion
yes.
dream.
To change your whole name, that's a lot.
That's exactly. Thank you, Yonathan. My mail is gonna say Belgium Kim, Brad. My social security card is gonna say Belgium Kim. I'm gonna go to the hospital when I'm sick.
What would your mom
and they're
say?
gonna say
You know like
Kim.
how James Bond goes, Bond.
Yeah.
James
Kim.
Bond.
Belgium
Kim. Belgium Kim.
And do I need to say it in a deep voice like that too?
Hi. I didn't
would
get
your mom
I would love for you to say, I didn't get the pleasure of your acquaintance. Kim. Belgium Kim. I'll have a martini dry with a I don't know how
Shaken, not stirred.
shaken not stirred. Right. That's what he
Dirty.
says.
Extra dirty.
Extra dirty.
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh, I wish I
Extra
drank
dirty,
martinis
just like the
next
back of my Beetle.
Wow. That would be true in my case.
Yes.
So yes, that can become reality, Brad.
That could be reality if we get
only
750 shares.
Yeah.
Okay, but right now we do gotta really do help people. We do gotta really do. So right now call 1-800-529-5465 because I've got your answers to your immigration questions right now. 1-800-529-5465. And actually we're gonna get serious now and I'm gonna help as many people as I can. We have Mr. Ward in Miami. Mr. Ward.
Hi, hello.
How
good
you doing?
afternoon.
What's going on?
I'm good. Just want to ask about how currently I'm in Florida.
You're where?
And I'm in Miami, Florida.
Okay.
And now I'm on my tourist visa.
Uh-huh.
So I've been in the U.S. since 2010 for J1 and
Right.
then another J1 at the year of 2012.
Right.
So now I'm just visiting and I just want to ask if there are any possible that you can help me, like looking for.
You've overstayed on your J1 since 2012.
No, I didn't. So after my J1, so I got my work and travel, then I went back home. Then I came back again for another J1 and then went back home.
Okay, so right now, what is your status at this moment?
B1, B2.
All right, so you're on you entered on a J1 program?
No. I'm in for my tourist visa.
You're on a tourist visa right now.
Yep.
Okay, so
Yep.
your question is, I'm here on a tourist visa. I just finished my J1 program. How do I get a green card? And all of those questions, and I'm being frank with you, and there's no way in the world I can answer how do you get a green card in 45 seconds or less. You need to have a consultation. Okay, so and it's not only for you, but for everyone. If the question is how do I get a green card, you really need a consultation. I could answer specific questions about specific cases. I can absolutely do that. But how to get the green card question, you need a consultation. I'm happy to help you. We'll see what we can do to help. Hold on one second. All right. So we'll go Mr. Ward. Let's go to Monu in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Monu.
Hi, sir.
Hi. How are you?
I'm okay.
What's going on?
I'm on F1 student visa.
Yes.
And there are a lot of opportunities I don't have because I don't have Social Security something. So I want to know if it is possible about this green card or Social Security stuff.
You're on an F2 visa, you said?
F1.
You're on a student visa. All right.
Yeah,
so,
that is. I'm going to spend 4 years. After 4 years, there's nothing more, nothing less.
All right. So you're 4 years. When you finish your studies, you're entitled to optional practical training. If you've been here for more than 12 months.
No, I came like a week ago.
Okay. Coming a week ago, you're not entitled to any work permit. You got here on a student visa. You're here 7 days. You were here to study, not to work. So if your intention was to work, then you really misrepresented why you were coming here.
No,
Okay?
no, not that.
Okay. So let me finish. You are allowed to work 20 hours a week on campus. If after 12 months, you're here on a student visa after 12 months and your financial situation changes. For example, let's say Aunt Sally says, I'm going to pay for your tuition, and then 12 months later, you and Aunt Sally don't talk, or Aunt Sally lost her job, whatever the issue is with Aunt Sally, she's not paying your tuition anymore, then you can apply for a work permit based on hardship. You can apply for a work permit at the end of your studies, at the end of the 4 years. It's optional practical training to go work for a year based on what you've learned. You can also apply during your school year for curricular practical training, but you would need to show, but then you would lose your optional practical training at the end. So it's not really something that I recommend. Okay, but those are the 3 ways to get a work permit on a student visa. But you can't get it the first week you're here. All right, so hold on one second if you need more help. Let's go to Rona in Rockville, Maryland. Rona.
Hi, Brad.
Hi, Rona.
Yes, I have a question. My friend called from England, and she wanted to know her brother is in America and is tourist visa.
Right.
But his son had filed for him, so she wanted to know if can he stay until the filing is ready.
Your friend is in the United States on a tourist visa?
No, she's in England, so her brother is here. And so she wanted me to call to ask you, is it okay if our brother stayed with his son that's filing for him?
The son is filing
instead of
for
go
him.
back home?
Okay. The son is a U.S. citizen.
I don't know if he's a U.S.
It
citizen.
has to be a U.S. citizen. And the son's over 21?
Yes. He's in the Army.
He's in the Army. Okay. He
Yeah.
has to stay 90 days as a visitor, and then after 90 days, the son can file for his adjustment. But he has to stay at least 90 days before they do anything. He has to come with the intention of visiting
Yeah, but
first
his
for
son
90 days.
his son did the filing already, and he got approved.
I understand that. Okay.
Okay.
But if he wants to get his green card here, he has to do nothing
Yeah.
for 90 days, and then he can file an adjustment, or he can go home and wait for his green card back home. Those are his options.
Okay. How long does it take to become a citizen now?
When you file a naturalization, it could be 12 months, it could be 24 months, depending on what country you're from.
Okay.
Okay? All right, hold on one
Okay.
second. Let's go to Jean in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Jean, how's the weather down there?
We have a lot of wind.
Yeah.
Rainfall from morning, a lot of wind. On the beach, I mean, there's a lot of place flooding out at the moment.
But you're okay?
Yeah, I'm not on the beach. I'm out, like going
Okay.
Georgetown in the country.
Okay, good. All right, stay safe, please. What can I do to help you?
Okay, my question is, Brad, I came here on a visiting visa 3 years ago from Jamaica.
Right.
I married last year, October. I got married to an American. But my problem is that I have a previous charge in England, like from 2004.
For what?
I was charged for importation.
Importation?
Yeah, like...
So drugs?
Drugs, yeah.
Okay, were you found
And I was-
guilty?
Well, I plead guilty. I
All
didn't
right,
know at
so,
the time
all right,
because...
Jean, I don't want you to
Yes,
talk
I got-
I don't want you to
yeah.
talk anymore. You are barred for life from getting a green card with that conviction in England.
Okay.
All right, so don't do anything with immigration. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. Come have a consultation. Hold on one second. Don't say no more.
Okay.
No mas. Let's go to Blint in Fort Pierce, Florida. Blinty.
Okay.
Blinty. Noel.
Hello?
Hello. Binty.
Okay, are you hearing me?
I hear you. I've been told your name 5 different ways now. Binty.
Vince. It's just Vince.
It's Vince. It's not even.
Vince.
Vince, what can I do to help you?
Okay, I was a student athlete from Jamaica.
Yes.
You know, I used to visit here back and forth to visit my wife.
Right.
You know, I had a 10-year visa, which I came here last year, October, and, you know, she put in my petition and all that, you know, but the thing, we started having a problem before I got my green card. I had my work permit, you know, which she had, you know. So what happened is she took away my pass. Well, in the time I didn't went home. So basically
Vince.
Yeah.
What is the question? You overstayed your time.
Okay,
you're married to a citizen?
Yes.
Okay. Are you and the citizen living together at this moment?
No, we're not.
All right. Did she file for you?
Yes, she did, but we're getting a divorce right now.
Okay.
But the thing is now, she took away my passport with my visa and everything. I already filed for it stolen to try and get another one.
Right.
But the thing, she wrote a letter to immigration to stop the paperwork.
Right.
So I cannot use the work permit anymore.
Okay.
Right. So what do I do now? Where do I go from
If
this?
there was emotional, first of all, if you're being represented by a lawyer in the divorce, your lawyer should be demanding the passport back. That's your possession. It's your property. Okay.
Well,
and she has no right to hold it. She has no right to hold it. I don't care what she says. I don't care. She says she doesn't have it.
She said she didn't have it. She can't find it.
So,
And
all right.
the judge didn't say nothing. Like
All right.
I'm like I was lost. I'm
So
like,
all right,
can
you can always apply for a new passport. You can always apply for a new I-94. So it's not like you can't replace any of this stuff. Okay, so she's lying. She's lying. There's nothing you can do about it. As far as you're concerned, what you should be doing, you like everybody else are in the same who has a marriage that breaks down before you get a green card. You have the same three options: get divorced and fall in love again and try again. Fix the marriage, stop the divorce, and get back together with your wife, or file as an abused spouse, either extreme emotional abuse or physical abuse. Those are your three options. All right?
Okay.
So hold on 1 second, and you're going to need a consultation, then we can go through all of the facts of your case and see what's the best option for you. Hold on. Let's go to Trishina in Long Island.
Hello.
Hi, Trishina.
Hi, good afternoon. Good
How you
evening.
doing?
How are you?
Good.
I'm good. So, I have a problem here. I lost my, I can't find my green card. It's a 2-year green card. It expired on March 25th of next year. But I am trying to make an appointment to go online with the Eco Pass to a field office in Long Island to make to go for an interview.
Wait. Why you go? Because you lost your green card?
Yeah, I lost it.
Okay, you don't need to go for an interview. You don't need an info pass. All you need to do is file an I-90, fill it out, pay the fee, and they'll mail you a new green card.
Oh, but he said that it'll take like 6 months to a year.
Okay, after you file for that, and you get a receipt back, you then can make an info pass and get a temporary stamp in your passport. But they're not going to do that until then.
Okay, hold on. So I'm just file the what?
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, I-90.
I-90, yeah.
Get the receipt, then make the info pass.
Oh, get the receipt and then make the info pass.
Okay.
Okay, then. So how long does info pass? So how long will it take for me to? I'm just stamping my passport the same day when I go there.
Yes.
Or no?
Yes.
Okay. Can I work and travel on this? If I go to Jamaica, because I go to Jamaica, can I use it to come back in the country?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you so very much.
You're welcome.
All right, have a nice.
All right, let's go to Hannah in New Orleans. Hannah.
Yes, good afternoon.
How you doing?
I have a question. I'm good.
Yeah.
My spouse is an American citizen. He's born and raised there. But he was convicted for drugs like 5 years ago. Would that affect me applying for my green card?
No.
Pardon me?
No, it will not. Your spouse being convicted of drugs, as long as he's the citizen, does not affect you getting a green card. As long as he's out of jail and you're living together and it's a real marriage.
Yes, it's a real marriage.
Yeah, all good. All good.
Okay, thank you. That's
You're
what I
welcome.
want to know.
Best of
Because I
luck.
didn't want to do.
No problem.
Thank you.
No problem. Best of luck. All right, let's go to Ann in Myrtle Beach. Two South Carolina people. How are you doing in Myrtle Beach, Ann?
I'm good. I'm doing good.
Are you safe?
No, actually, I'm not in Myrtle Beach.
Where are
I
you?
fly to Dallas.
Oh, you fly to Dallas. Okay.
Yeah.
Smart. Okay, so what's going on?
Okay, I am asking a question for my friend. Okay, she got married, and then she got her lawyer. But the lawyer that she went for the first consultation with the lawyer. So the lawyer charged her $1,500, but everything is $3,000.
Right.
Now she's trying to get through to the lawyer for a week and a half now. He won't pick up, and he won't answer her text. So what should she do?
What? Go down to his office. Where's his office?
Okay.
She can go to his office. If he still doesn't comply, she can then fire him, go hire a new lawyer, and have the new lawyer get her money back, or file a disciplinary complaint against him for failure to represent somebody after she's paid the money.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I have another question.
What?
If I like my son filed for me and I have my green card, can I if I get a low income house, will it affect my affidavit of support, the person that did that for me?
No, you should be okay.
All right.
All right.
Thank you so
You're
much. All right. Bye-bye.
All right. 1-800-529-5465. Jilly, do we have the other piece ready? Okay. Where am I?
I don't know. Where are you?
Is it Yonathan?
Yeah.
Do you remember Yonathan?
Do you?
Do you remember Who doesn't remember Yonathan?
I would hope you guys remember me.
Who remembers Yonathan? Raise your hand. I remember Yonathan. Okay, so Yonathan, we're going to get to our social media check-in in about 7 minutes from now.
Okay.
So leave all your questions on social media because we're going to get to it in 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Before we get to social media, okay, I got to remind people 2 things. Next week, we're going to pop up at least twice. It's Jewish holidays. It's Yom Kippur. So we're going to pop up, pop down. The only way to pop up and pop down and see us is you got to subscribe to YouTube at Brad Show Live. So if you are not subscribed to Brad Show Live, you will not see our pop-up shows.
I think there's only one course of action then, Brad.
You subscribe.
Subscribe to YouTube.
Gotta do that right now.
Okay, now Kim.
Right now.
Kim, if you change your name to Belgium Kim, I'm going to be deciding what you get.
Yeah.
So it sounds like it's going to be 2 things. Number one.
Yeah.
Number one.
Yeah.
You will not be changing your name.
Right.
Number 2, we will not be getting to 750 shares.
Okay, well that's okay.
By the way, Dawn Harriet, I really appreciate your kind compliments.
Is she going in?
Dawn Harriet is coming at me.
Yeah, I see.
She's coming at me.
She's going in right
This
now.
is Dawn. This is not disheveled.
But
okay, this is lumberjack.
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 I will say someone.
This is lumberjack.
Someone, and I forgot who it was at the very beginning of the show, said that the shirts make you look younger.
Thank you. All right, I'm going for lumberjack.
And you're rocking full beard.
I'm going for lumberjack.
Yeah, you're
Okay,
going.
I'm chopping trees.
He's giving y'all fantasy.
You know,
That's
I was
right.
about to say there's a whole thing, a lumbersexual. You can be a lumbersexual.
I could be a lumbersexual.
Yeah.
Lumbersexual.
In the back of a car.
In the back of a car, playing with logs.
Playing with.
I mean, we could go right back to Hump Day Wednesday in 2 minutes. All right, let's. Does anybody remember Jonathan Elias?
I remember him.
We affectionately call him Yo-Yo.
Yes.
Okay. Yonathan, the other day, we said, "Hey, Yonathan, come here." He goes, "What?" He goes, "I said, Yonathan, come here." He goes, "What?" I said, "Come here, come closer." He said, "Come closer." I said, here's a list of people, Yonathan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm giving you a list.
Yep.
Go out on the street, Yonathan,
Yep.
and find out if this list of people who invented something really good was born in America. He goes, "Why?" I go, "Because it's great entertainment, Yonathan." People love to find out whether inventors were born in America or not.
This is true.
Let's watch. Let's watch.
What's up, Brad Squad? It's your boy Yonathan Elias out here in the streets of New York City. It's time to play. Who invented it? American-born citizen or immigrant? Let's go. What's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good.
I hear an accent. Where you from?
From the Netherlands.
Whoa! You got some good energy. You bring joy to people, huh?
Yes, sir.
So now, do you know what the Super Soaker is?
Yes, it's a water gun.
There you go. So is the Super Soaker inventor American-born or an immigrant?
I'm gonna say American-born.
Was the Super Soaker inventor American-born or an immigrant?
I think an immigrant.
Super Soaker, invented by an American citizen or an immigrant?
That's American. Has to be an American citizen.
It's an immigrant inventor.
Okay, you're wrong.
I had that one. My grandson had a Super Soaker.
You said it with all the confidence in the world, girl.
Jamaican did it.
All right, the inventor for the Super Soaker is Lonnie Johnson, American-born. Lonnie Johnson is an American inventor who holds more than 120 patents, but of course, the most famous one is the Super Soaker, because we all had one, you feel me? Which is among the world's best-selling toys. Where you from?
I'm from Danbury, Connecticut.
Where you from?
Nigeria.
Yeah, representing. I like that. American cheese. You like American cheese?
I do.
Okay, so do you think the American cheese inventor was American-born citizen or an immigrant?
An American.
All right, this one is definitely an immigrant.
I'll be really upset if it's by an immigrant. But if it's by an American, I wouldn't be surprised.
Right. So what's the answer? Final?
American.
Immigrants! Oh.
I'm super upset.
James L. Kraft, Canadian. He is an immigrant. So Kraft developed a process in 1916, pasteurizing cheese so it wouldn't spoil and you can send it in long distances. He saw an increase in business in World War I when the Americans were sending cheese in tin cans to the armed forces. That's pretty nasty. I'm pretty sure you're gonna get this one. Facebook inventor, Mark Zuckerberg.
American.
You have Facebook.
Yeah.
Is the inventor American-born or an immigrant?
American-born.
That's easy because it's Mark Zuckerberg.
There you go.
Oh, I think he was American-born. I think the inventor of Facebook is an American.
There you go. All right. So we know that Facebook has gotten a lot of hot water with governments from all over the world, but despite all that and his last name, Mark Zuckerberg was born right here in Westchester, New York. SpaceX and the Tesla. It's a car. Is it American-born inventor or an immigrant?
It's an immigrant inventor of the space car.
SpaceX and Tesla. Was it an American-born citizen or an immigrant that was the inventor?
I guess immigrant.
Tesla. American-born citizen or an immigrant?
That's a tough one. Elon Musk.
Oh my God!
I don't know what. You know what? He's an American citizen.
You got the name. Listen, just you getting the name, I'll give it to you. But he is from South Africa. Big ups to Elon Musk, South African-born immigrant, the CEO of SpaceX and Tesla. Although he was born in South Africa, he now has a citizenship in Canada and the United States. Big ups to Elon, man. The home security system. American-born or immigrant?
Immigrants.
Think about this. Home security system. First, I want you to tell me, is it a man or a woman that invented it?
It's a woman that invented the home security system.
There you go, baby. That's what I'm saying. Read that. You said that with confidence. I say that's a shero right there. You right. Was she American-born or an immigrant?
She was an immigrant.
Was she American-born or an immigrant?
I'm gonna say immigrant.
Big ups to all the ladies out there. Marie Van Britton Brown, American-born. That's huge. She's the one who created the home security system. Her patent laid the groundwork for crime prevention, traffic monitoring, surveillance cameras, and push-button alarm triggers. Big ups to the ladies out there. You my shero. Play-Doh. American-born citizen or an immigrant?
Ooh, that's a tough one right there.
You had Play-Doh when you was a kid?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Play-Doh the philosopher or Play-Doh the
little clay stuff.
Oh, I used to eat that.
Me too. Play-Doh inventor, American-born or immigrant?
I think that person is an immigrant.
Good job. Okay, can you guess where?
Germany?
Chinese. All thanks to Chinese American immigrant Dr. Tien Lu, we all have Play-Doh to play with. All right, now the White House. Was it designed by an American-born citizen or an immigrant?
I would guess it's an American.
The inventor and designer of the White House, is it American-born or an immigrant?
Immigrants.
Immigrant or American-born?
Immigrant.
That's a stumper right there. I know it was built by African Americans.
Thank you.
But as to who designed it, you know what? I'm still gonna go with an immigrant.
Where do you think he was from?
Ooh, Europe?
Okay, Ireland.
Okay.
James Hoban from Ireland. Big ups to the immigrants. He created the design for the White House. He is from Ireland, but migrated to Philadelphia in 1785 and 1792. Won a design competition that is now the White House. Last one. Hot dogs. American-born inventor or immigrant?
American-born.
Oh, ooh, that's.
We all like hot dogs.
I love hot dogs. I just don't buy them from the stands because I think they wash their hands in that stuff.
They do dirty water. Dirty dog. Hot dog inventor. American-born or an immigrant?
Immigrants.
I mean, it's an American tradition, but.
I would think that's an immigrant that made the hot dog.
An immigrant, yep, an immigrant.
There you go, you got it, from Germany. Despite the American culture of us loving hot dogs, you know, we always barbecue them, we eat them at beaches. It ain't American, guys. Sausages have been around for a very long time. Started out in Germany in 1871. Charles Feltman, man, immigrants.
The Frankfurter.
It's all good. You did great, though. All right, well, there you have it. Kimmy Kim. Thank you for allowing me to step in your shoes and play the game of who invented it. I learned a lot today, and I hope you guys did too. Back to the studio, y'all. Peace.
It's amazing. The Frankfurter, that everyone else knows is a hot dog.
Mm-hmm.
I've only heard the Frankfurter called once.
Right.
In my entire life, a Frankfurter. Just now.
I was going to say, a Frankfurter?
A Frankfurter.
That's a great name,
Frankfurter. The Frankfurter.
The Frankfurter.
Frankfurter was, which is the hot dog, which is the most American thing you can have.
Right.
With American cheese.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And then now you can have a cheese dog. Right.
Yes.
And we've exposed it.
We've exposed it. And you can have a cheese dog at the White House.
Yes.
All immigrants.
Right.
What?
And I hope they have cheese dogs at the White House because it's high in cholesterol, and whoever's eating it could get sick.
I was gonna say, given who lives in the White House currently, I can guarantee you they are churning out cheese dog
I don't wish
after
illness
cheese dog.
on anybody, but I hope you eat the hot dog with the cheese.
I hope it constricts your arteries just a little.
Just a little. Give you a little
You're
indigestion.
lactose intolerant as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
Fill up his coffee with extra milk.
Yeah.
Heavy cream is all you get.
Yeah.
Boy, the president's been in the bathroom a lot today. What's going on? All right. So excellent job there, Yonathan.
Thank you.
Excellent
That was fun.
job.
Thank you, Kim, for letting me do that. Usually
Excellent
Kim
job.
does that. I shouted you out for that.
I
Thank
did.
you.
I appreciated that. I heard that. Thank you, sir. No, that was.
All right.
Right?
So what do we got to do now?
Questions.
Maybe answer
Because this is
media.
an unscripted show. We can do whatever we
Social
want.
media.
Social media?
We haven't answered anybody's social.
I haven't
media
answered anybody's questions. All right. So we got something called social media check-in. Go ahead.
Our first question is from Sheldon. Sheldon said, question, if someone had a cancellation of removal, can they get their citizenship?
Yes.
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 And they would have no problems in doing such a
Well,
thing?
you have to have 5 years good moral character, but the answer is yes.
All right, Burke has a question from last night. My sister is a 10-year citizen here, but she keeps saying she can't file for her mom because of her name change. I want to know if she can file regardless.
Hashtag fake news.
Ooh.
Because you can always file for your mother because blood don't lie, no matter what the name is. Unless you got adopted. That's a different story. I'm told not to lean back.
Yes.
I just leaned back.
Yes.
You just
don't
leaned
do
back.
that.
But don't be like.
Okay, now I
who
don't have to
leans
lean back
Fat
anymore.
Joe. Fat Joe leans back.
Who's Fat
Lean
Joe?
back.
Lean back. Lean
Lean
back.
back.
Lean back. Lean back. Yeah, that's a great
Fat
song.
Joe's a rapper. Come on.
That's a
Come
great
on,
song.
Gangsta Brad.
I'm past my prime.
You can't be Gangsta Brad.
I am
if you don't
past
know
my
who Fat
prime.
Joe is.
I don't know
From
Fat
the
Joe.
Bronx.
Yeah, I was going to say, Fat Joe, that song was in its prime like 10, 15 years ago, Brad.
I'm past my prime.
Diana.
20 years ago, I was past my prime.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
We're so past the prime.
I'm so
at
past
this
my
point.
prime. That's why I stopped shaving and I look like a lumberjack.
No, you're going for lumbersexual, Brad.
I'm going
that's
for
what,
lumbersexual.
That's your story. You're sticking to
I
it.
am sticking with it until Monday. Monday, I'll be all cleaned up.
Are we going to get clean shaven, Brad?
I'll get all cleaned up. I'm going to the barber this weekend. I'm going to get all cleaned up. Get my hair cut, shave.
Nice.
Oh, my
I'm gonna
God.
look good.
We're getting dapper.
I'm going to look good Monday.
Hell yeah.
And I'm putting back on the jacket with the little handkerchief.
Whoa, whoa.
Because the lumberjack's going away after today.
The end of summer is
You
here.
keeping them for the weekend, though.
What?
You keeping them
I
for the
keep
weekend?
lumberjack for the weekend.
Well, yeah.
The lumberjack knows how to have fun.
I was
Okay,
gonna say, the
that's
ladies
Okay,
like a
lumberjack knows how to have fun.
That's right.
I never met a lumberjack who don't know how to have fun.
That's true. Have you ever seen the man on the bounty paper towels? He's hot.
Yeah.
Brawny paper.
By the way, you ever meet a Jewish lumberjack?
No.
Today.
First time. First time. I'm the only Jewish lumberjack in the world.
There you go.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at you,
Guinness book.
unique New York.
Unique, yes.
Unique New York. Unique New York.
Diana Brown.
Yes.
Said, I'm a U.S. citizen and I'd like to file for my grown-up children. About how many years is that going to take?
10.
Naveen has a question. What happens if 24 months passes for an I-130 petition and the person does not get an appointment?
Appointment? You need an adjustment. You wouldn't get an appointment on an I-130. You would get an appointment on an adjustment. So if 24 months is gone and you have no appointment for an adjustment, you come see Brad, the lawyer.
Ooh.
Nicola Kramer, not quite Nicole, but Nicola Kramer, said if your filing was done in 2011 in June, which month are they at now? I'm so sorry.
What's so funny?
I just completely took that was not my turn.
Yeah.
That was not.
I'm just reading Camille Copes as a lumberjack wears plaid.
That he does.
Yes.
He wears stripes too.
Yeah, but I didn't say I was in my lumberjack gear. I just said I'm getting ready for lumberjack gear. I'm still in lawyer mode right now.
Right, but
Right.
after 7:30,
After 7:30, I'm getting the plaid on.
Ooh.
I'm getting on the gear.
He strips it off one
That's
button
right.
at a time and then puts it back on.
All right. So what's the question?
Sorry, go for it.
We are very silly. We're very
Yeah,
silly
go
today.
for it.
We're very
We
silly
are.
today.
We're
Okay,
silly
Nicola. If your filing was done in 2011 in June, what month are they at now?
If you filed in June of 2011,
What month are they at right now?
who filed for who?
Nicola Crema did not
You
specify.
need to give us more info. I can read through the whole visa bulletin.
You
Is
did
that
do
going
that
to take a lot?
Will it take a lot? Not for a lumberjack.
There you go. Go ahead, lumberjack
Okay,
Brad.
not for a lumberjack. It
You
doesn't.
lumbersexual you. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Did you say all those words together?
Yep.
You did.
In that tone of voice, directed at Brad.
Absolutely.
They're up unmarried sons and daughters of U.S. citizens. They're up to June 1st, 2011. Unmarried, single children over the age of 21 of permanent residence. They're up to November 22nd, 2011. So if you are unmarried and your parent filed for you, you're eligible for the green card. Otherwise, you're waiting. How's that for an answer?
That was great. Thank you.
Reginald D'Amata. I had to think about whether it was my turn.
Mm.
Reginald D'Amata said, why do they make you take your right index fingerprint on your citizenship interview? Is that normal?
That's how they do it. If you're asking me what's the technology behind, I don't have the slightest idea. I don't understand why you can get from one fingerprint, figure out who you are. I would think it would be 10 fingerprints, but obviously they figured it out. I'm not a technology expert. A fingerprint on why this finger and not that finger, I don't know.
Well, what the hell? Your forensic science is
Yeah,
it?
I'm not a forensic scientist. I don't know why that works.
Dexter.
Yeah.
Okay, Naveen has another question. I don't know if it's similar to the other one, but I'm going to ask it anyways. I have an I-130 petition, and I've been waiting on my appointment interview for the past 5 months, but my priority date is November 6, 2016. Should I be worried, or am I going to get my appointment by November 2018? So I remember you were saying you don't get an appointment for the I-130, correct?
Right. This is an adjustment, apparently.
Right.
They're taking anywhere from 12. If you go on the USCIS website right now, it says how long is an adjustment taking? It's taking, they say, 12 and a half months to 28 months. So my advice would be, as long as it's within a 28-month period, you're fine. The good news is if you're waiting on an adjustment based on marriage and it's 2 years after your marriage, you know what? You're getting your permanent green card. You don't have to go through this process anymore. You're not getting a 2-year conditional green card and then having to go back 2 years later to get your permanent. So it's actually a blessing in disguise.
All right.
Why are you laughing at everything?
Got a long one, this one.
Are you drunk?
No, this would you.
What are you drinking in there?
Are you
drunk?
Tequila to make her feel up?
No.
Are you drunk?
Should I be?
I don't know, but you're not allowed to drink on my show.
Oh damn, Brad!
Friday.
You should have specified
This what y'all
that
do on
earlier.
Fridays?
Yeah.
Dang, if I had known.
They said Friday.
All right.
Let live.
Friday.
Friday.
No, it's not Friday yet.
No, my face is honestly at the length of this question, but we
Okay.
say we want details, so we can't be mad
Exactly.
at this.
All right.
Wad Al-Qadi said, "Hello, Brad. Thank you for this wonderful and great show.
Thank you.
I've got a couple questions for
Go
you.
ahead.
My brother-in-law just received a letter from USCIS stating that his I-485 application based on the approved I-140 got denied because he's inadmissible due to his crime back in another country that he used to work in. Now, he used to work at an authorized signatory on behalf of a company, and he signed a post-dated check. Not a personal check, but the company's check. And then after the company terminated his services and he came to the U.S. 3 years ago. After a few months, the company closed. They didn't pay those same amounts. So there are now open cases against him because he was a signatory, and it's all kind of in this company's problems. My question is, A, do you think this crime makes him inadmissible in the United States, and do you think he'd be able to adjust his status after taking all that into consideration? And do you think he would be deportable in the U.S., although my sister did include him as a beneficiary in her asylum case 2 years ago that she won? Whew. Okay, you see my face now?
This is his brother-in-law?
This is his brother-in-law, yes.
Okay, so this is the answer.
Yeah.
Number one, he's got sponsored in a job. That's basically what happened.
Uh-huh.
He filed an adjustment.
Yeah.
And he has some arrests back from his home country about fake checks,
Right.
false checks, writing a bad check
For this country.
for this company,
Yep.
and he got wrapped up in it. And there's no final resolution to that because he left the country before a final resolution.
Right.
He should not be found inadmissible because he was never found guilty of a crime, I assume, unless he was found guilty in absentia. Okay. What he was ultimately found guilty of may or may not make him inadmissible. I don't know what he was found guilty of. There are petty offenses. There are all sorts, and you can get waivers if the sister, if the wife already got her green card, he could, and his adjustment was denied for a crime, you can get a waiver through the wife.
Okay.
It has not, because she got her green card through asylum, you can get a waiver through the wife and refile a new adjustment based on the I-140, which hopefully got approved. Or you can, if the marriage occurred before the wife was granted asylum, he can be included on the wife's asylum case and do a waiver that way too. So there's plenty of ways that we can help him. I don't know what he was found guilty of. So because I don't know what he was found guilty of, I can't tell you whether or not I know passing a check, but do I know what the law of passing a bad check is in every country in the world? No, I don't.
Doesn't matter.
Do I even know what country this man is from? No, I don't. Even if I did, would I know the laws of that country? No, I won't. But I can look it all up.
Does it matter that his criminal record in the U.S. is clean, very clean?
Of course it matters, because if he had a bad criminal record in the U.S., that would make it worse.
Uphill battle.
Right.
Oh.
All right.
So I gave him a good answer.
For a well-written question, got
For a lumberjack, that was pretty smart.
Right.
You never met a lumberjack as smart as me. Usually they're dumb as
lumberjack.
Lumberjack.
You're one of a kind.
One of a kind.
A Jewish lumberjack.
That's right.
Jewish, super smart lumberjack.
All right, Ruthie Cutie has a question. If a wife of a U.S. citizen is adjusting her status and has 2 children together and both children are on Medicaid, will that pose any problems with USCIS decision?
Who's on Medicaid?
So the kids.
And who's sponsoring?
The wife of a U.S. citizen is adjusting her
Well, if the
her
U.S.
status.
citizen children are on Medicaid, it shouldn't be a problem because the Medicaid's for the children, not for the mother or the wife. Although Donald Trump says he's going to change it in the future, but right now it's not a problem.
So hurry up and do it.
Correct.
Woo.
JoJo
Gotcha.
Sorry, I was trying to do it really fast. I would like to say whatever's in my mug, Brad, is also in yours, as we are drinking from the same water bottles. So I just.
Well, apparently, I don't know what the heck they're putting in the water in Starbucks these days, because that's what you just poured.
Joe said, my 360 is approved. Now I'm filing my 485. Could I go ahead and file for my son's 485 as well? Their 2-year green cards have been expired for the last 2 years. Or am I going to file the 751 for them instead? Or just that I-485, just like mine?
The 751. You have to file an I-751 first and get it denied before you file for a new green card. Now, you have to ask for request for immigration to accept a late filing of the I-751, show a good excuse, which is, I'm a child, what do I know? And check off the bottom box and you'll be okay.
All right, Lady Leah on YouTube has a question. So my friend married a U.S. citizen and filed in May in New Jersey. Did her fingerprint in June, and she checked on the status and was told that it's scheduled for an interview and USCIS will send the date by mail. So now my question is, can you get interviewed before getting a permit or a social security number? And if so, is that something normal?
Yeah, you can get interviewed before you get your work permit. It's not normal. Usually you get your work permit first. I assure you, if you did everything right, you will get your work permit before you get your interview.
Ron said, my friend's girlfriend has been here in the U.S. for the last 2 weeks. She's on a tourist visa, and they got married over the weekend. And now the lawyer is advising them to file the 485. Did they do the right thing?
No, because you got married within the first 2 weeks of coming here. That lawyer's advising you to make a misrepresentation. You got a big problem, come see me.
All right.
Ooh.
Oh, I got a long one too.
Boom.
Oh.
Yeah, you do.
It's not hump day, guys. Grandma has a question, Marge Higgs. Good evening, I'm asking for a friend. She got married to a U.S. citizen who became physically and verbally abusive after about 3 months. She's in ongoing to counseling for 7 months now and was prescribed medication. She has a lot of wedding pictures and a few other pictures that amount to about 50 in total. Anyway, she does not have a lease with her name and his because she didn't have a social security number, and it was a requirement from the leasing office. She has a lease that he signed to live with her, but space was a problem as proof to say they had plans to. She never lived with him, but she has documents from leasing offices or from the leasing office to prove that they were actually in process of living together. She also has mails she collected at his house. They have proof of financial commingling as well. She wants to know now, this is the question, can she file a VAWA because they are not together? The marriage is under 2 years, and does she have a chance of getting a green card? She's listening right now.
Sounds like she has a pretty good chance. I mean, you want to show that the people are living together, but what the law says is that you entered into the marriage in good faith. That's what you have to prove. And certainly sounds like you entered the marriage in good faith. And certainly sounds like there was a lot of emotional abuse, because people don't go to therapy for 7 months and get put on medication when there's no emotional abuse. So it sounds like you got a pretty good case. I mean, we got to flush it all out, but certainly, absolutely, you should be filing.
Chris Lowe said, Dear Sir, my question for today is that I received my approval letter on the 15th of March of 2018. What I'd like to know is what's the next step and how long do I have to wait? I work on SEA. I'm assuming he says he works at sea.
He works at sea.
He works at sea.
And what is he waiting on?
He received his approval letter. We don't know.
What kind of approval letter?
Well, listen, that's all I got, Brad.
What sea is he working on?
One of them.
One of the 7 seas.
One of the 7.
All right, he's got to be a little more specific, okay?
Wait.
Actually, I don't really care what sea you're living on.
I was going to say, does the sea matter?
No, it doesn't, but I need to know what you're talking about. What approval notice are we talking about?
Now we're getting into maritime
Yes.
law. It's a whole other thing.
I work on the 7 seas. I would like to adjust from one sea to the next.
I'm a true citizen of the world.
Yes. No, we need to know more information. Please let us know, and I'll be happy to answer.
Perfect. All right,
I think that's all we got.
That's all we got.
Oh, really?
Look at that.
Well, we got to wait for Chris to come back, and he's on the sea.
Come back. I mean, we always have questions. Oh wait, actually, I got one last one.
You got one last one.
I got one that slipped in. Miss Jasmine said, my baby's father, who's a U.S. citizen, abandoned his daughter in Africa because she's disabled. How can my child claim U.S. citizenship like her older sister, who was born in Africa, but he filed for her?
How old is this child now?
We don't know.
You can only claim U.S. citizenship if you're in Africa without a green card if your dad or your mom was a citizen when you were born. If they became a citizen after you were born, then they got to file for your green card. You got to come live in America with them in their legal and physical custody before your 18th birthday. Then you would also claim citizenship. So if neither of those happen, then you're not a citizen.
We got some stragglers coming in.
Stragglers coming in.
Yep.
Alma Benjamin.
Yes.
Can you work with your social security number while your green card is pending?
Yes.
Natalie Ash said, if the joint sponsor's wife is unemployed, has never filed tax returns, and the joint sponsor's individual income is above the poverty guideline, does the spouse still need to fill out the I-864A?
The spouse does not need to fill out the I-864A. Who's sponsoring who?
The husband is sponsoring the wife.
No, the wife, the one who's getting the green card, does not need to fill out an I-864A.
Okay, Wild Pearl Fushi Yugi.
Whoa! Aye.
That's a name for that.
Wow.
I was about to say it. That's a name for that ass. All right, so hi, I'm married to a U.S. citizen guy. I entered here in the U.S. with a K-1 fiance visa to marry him within 90 days. Long story short, we're already almost 3 years of marriage now. And year 2016 when we filed for my adjustment of status for permanent residency or green card. My husband has been abusing me emotionally. I've been living on an emotional abuse for about 2 years now. He's threatening me always of deportation if I don't follow him. He even threatened to divorce me and use my status against me to scare me away. Right now, I still don't have my green card and I wanted to get a divorce from him, but I don't want to get deported. I legally entered the U.S. with complete papers, but my American husband has been abusing me and I can't take it anymore. Please tell me what to do since I don't have my green card yet. Sorry.
Get out right now. I hope you're watching. Pack up. Tell your husband, F you, and get out of the house.
Yeah.
You don't need to sit there for one more minute. You call me, you will get a green card. You're entitled to a green card under matter of cesse, which says that if you came here on a fiancé visa, you legally married, you have proof you legally married, and your husband gave an affidavit of support, that's all that's required for you to get a green card. You're also eligible for your green card based on emotional abuse if you want to file a new VAWA application. Either way, you're getting a green card. You don't need the bum. Get the hell out. Tell him sayonara and give him the finger on the way out.
Hell yeah.
Woof.
That's trifling. So rude.
By the way, I just want you to know, Natalie Nichols likes the lumberjack look.
I know. I
Did
saw.
you see that?
I saw that.
All right
yeah.
now. All right now.
So then Denisha was immediately like, "You know, my man looks good."
Ooh.
Catfight happening, but it's all love.
All right. Yes.
Kamisha actually has a follow-up. She's wondering, the lady who got married on her tourist visa after just 2 weeks, would it still be a problem if she goes back home and goes back home for consular processing?
Would it be a problem? It's still a problem either way because there's a misrepresentation because you came to the United States with the intention of getting married on a visitor's visa. You got a problem, you got to come see us on a private one-on-one consultation.
All right, I have one from Sandra. Can you file for a citizenship while waiting for your interview because my I-751 was extended 4 years of marriage, but I've been in the country for almost 3 years now.
So the I-751
was extended
for 4 years, and they want to become
for a year.
For a year.
For a year.
Yeah.
For a year.
But it said the number 4, so I don't know.
Yes, but it's for a year. If I've only been here for 3 years, you can't have it 4 years.
Right.
So the question is, she wants to be filed for citizenship. Go ahead, as long as it's in a bona fide marriage.
Awesome.
Kamisha said, Brad, you're hardcore today.
Who said that?
Kamisha Thelwell.
Because I'm gangster. I'm a gangster lumberjack.
Yes, you are. A gangster lumberjack.
That's right. You ever meet a Jewish gangster lumberjack?
I haven't. I really haven't. I don't think I have either, and he's still now. But I have that one, definitely. A gangsta Jewish, super smart lumberjack.
Who poses as an immigration lawyer on
has
a
his
regular
own
basis
show.
on his own show. By the way, we have more. I have stuff
I
here
do.
on my sheet.
Well, I mean, if you want to get to the stuff on your sheet, yeah, but we have questions. It's totally up to
Questions
you.
from today.
Well, that's not what I said.
Okay. So what I'd like to do, a while back,
Yeah.
I spoke with an international woman who is an investigative journalist
Uh-huh.
by the name of Annie Hilton.
Yes.
Do you remember her?
I do.
Yonathan, you remember her?
Yes.
Okay, and she wrote an article about immigrants' rights in the workplace. It's actually a very serious situation where women who are working in the laundry industry are getting completely their rights violated, workplace rights violated, and she wrote a piece for what's called Dissent magazine called Dirty Laundry. Let's watch. So we're here today
long
with
is this?
international
Okay.
investigative
7:25.
journalist Annie Hilton. Annie writes about gender, immigration, human rights, conflicts in the Middle East, Central America, East Africa, among other things. She has recently written an article for Dissent magazine called Dirty Laundry, exposing the abuses in the laundry industry, especially as it pertains to immigrants in the United States of America. Annie, welcome to the Brad and Squeeze Show.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
So give us a few examples. You have uncovered a lot of sexual harassment in your article. You uncovered a lot of dangerous work conditions, especially in the commercial laundry industry. Give us a few examples of what you've uncovered.
By far, the most common thing that I heard from people is just lack of basic safety equipment and training. So, the women who I profiled in my piece told me that they didn't even have gloves to wear. So when they were dealing with laundry, some people would get poked by syringes and their fingers would start bleeding. Some of these locations deal with hospital linens, and so dirty syringes can be thrown in with the linens.
Right.
And one woman even told me that she found a fetus in the sheets. Yeah, I didn't include that, obviously, because I wasn't able to really verify it, but there are some pretty extreme examples, and the most extreme being, of course, death with some of these larger machinery.
And there was also, you uncovered sexual harassment as well.
Indeed, yes. For example, one of the women who I spoke with a number of times, who's at the center of the piece, was sexually harassed for months and months and months by her manager, and he would touch her inappropriately and send her notes and try to get her to have sex with him, and at one point touched her genital area, and this sort of happened within the facility, not to that extent, but many similar complaints.
Did you ever speak to anybody about them complaining to a supervisor or complaining to whether there's a licensing bureau or whatever for laundromats? What were the consequences of their complaints if they did make any complaints?
Yeah, so in this instance, the women were told that they had a union, that they were represented by a union, but every time they tried to call, they didn't get a response. So they didn't really know where to turn. And, eventually one thing led to another, and a number of them had gone to a nun in the community who then led them to the attorneys. And then the EEOC picked up the case, and what ended up happening is that a number of the women faced retaliation, like, lowered hours, more laborious work. I think they knew what to expect, and they decided that they were going to go forward anyway. And a couple of them left just because it became too difficult. And, I think a lot of them, I think every single one of the women involved in that case has since left the laundry.
And how many women were involved in that case that you were aware of?
8 of them.
8 of them. And there was a settlement.
So, yes.
Are you aware of what it was? Are you free to talk about it? Or it was a confidential settlement?
Yeah, it's part of the public record. So it was $582,000 divided by the 8 women. And then as part of that, the company agreed to incorporate sexual harassment training into the workplace.
It's important to make sure that people understand their rights. One of the things that I tell my clients as an attorney is never allow anybody to threaten you about your immigration. As a matter of fact, turn it back on them. You want to call immigration? Here's the telephone number. Be my guest. Don't ever be scared, because that's the ultimate power over somebody, an employer has, to say, I'm going to call immigration, but they're basically shooting themselves in the foot, because now immigration's going to fine them for hiring illegal aliens as well. So it's very rare that employers will actually call the immigration service on their own employee, because it's going to actually affect their own business as well. Do you have any last words or thoughts before we say goodbye? And again, appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, I really appreciate you having me. I think my last words would be, if you're experiencing something like this, like the women who I talk about in this piece, I know it's difficult and I know it's scary, but you need to tell somebody and you need to get help because you don't deserve this. And there are rights in this country, even if people tell you otherwise. You deserve better.
I agree with you 100%, and this is something that needs to be said, and it's probably not only in the laundry industry, but many industries, and I'm glad that you put a spotlight on it, and again, thank you very much for coming on the show and providing your insight. Thanks again.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Annie Hilton, and by the way, you should never ever allow anybody to threaten you in the workplace about your immigration status and then work under some conditions that you just shouldn't be working under. Go speak to a lawyer like myself. I will protect you, I promise you. With that said, we have comments of the day.
We sure do, Brad. The first one is from Roger Gillspeed on Facebook, who said, "Hey, Brad, the immigration doctor." Not just a lumberjack, Brad.
I'm a doctor.
A doctor.
I am.
like
I'm
that.
a juris
Immigration doctor.
I'm a juris doctor. That's what my degree is.
But
I like it.
So you really are a doctor of immigration.
I am a doctor of law.
We also have one from Don Harriet, who I think just came out with our new slogan.
Which is?
The only comedy immigration show ever.
This is true.
I would agree with that. Yes. There is no other comedy immigration show ever.
That's a stone cold fact.
That is a fact. I don't even think we have to research that one. I agree.
At me with interest, but no. Abigail Taylor Watson said, "I'm late, in and out, but nothing could stop me from getting my daily fix of Brad Show Live, best show on FB. Plus, it doesn't hurt that we have the best audience and strangers that are becoming family."
Yes. I like that. That's nice.
Look at you, Brad, bringing people together.
That's nice. I do.
Yeah. This is all because of you, man.
Bringing people together through comedy and immigration.
That's it.
We don't even try to be funny. It's just really right. It's not like we go and I'm telling you the truth. It's not like we come on and we're like, okay, let's be funny today. I mean, this is just our personalities.
It really is.
Really is,
they just happen to be hysterical personalities.
Maybe. 3 big hysterical personalities.
Yes. And then finally, who else has a hysterical personality? Yeah. Glamma. Glamma said, "My son and grandson called me from Jamaica, and I told them I'll call them back. Trust me, these calls were very important. I'll tell you why they were important on Monday. I am hooked."
Wow.
Damn. And Abigail even said, too, she was like, "Yeah, my niece just called me. I didn't answer."
That's right. But we know why the son called, but we're not allowed to tell.
That's right.
We know.
We know.
We know.
But we don't say it.
All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday. Thanks for watching. So, Sam, as part of the production, we have to say this disclaimer at the end of the show. Do you mind reading it for me?
Okay. Okay, but you know, Brad, I have to do everything around here. It's bad enough I've got to remember everything that happened on the episode from the previous day.
Forget it, I'll do it. The proceeding was information only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easy to remember, 1-800-LAW-LINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465. And now, conveniently located in Hartford, Connecticut on 1 Congress Street. Visit us in Connecticut or in New York at 225 Broadway. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAW-LINK. 1-800-529-5465. What are you doing?